Bio, thanks for the su subscribe. There you are, Kuma.
Yeah, I have arrived as has been foretold in legend.
Hmm. Alright. So, here's my request for how we're going to be starting this session off.
Oh boy.
It's going to be mostly the same, but I'm going to add one extra step.
Oh.
So, as I've already told you two, but the audience doesn't know, so I'll reiterate. Because we're going to be missing the other two, and the other two are the more chaotic, get things done sorts, uh, we're going to spend as much of this session as we can, which is say up until we would normally run out of time, gathering the last remaining clues you guys are going to need to actually take action and have a more permanent solution to the problem facing the town at the moment.
Oh boy.
And for that, Matt,
Okay.
yes. Admittedly, I will be poking you guys a little bit in possible directions you might want to investigate, or people you might want to talk to and maybe tell things to. Which, I'll do as little of that as possible because I don't want to obviously just hand it to you guys. But, hint, hint, nudge, nudge, so on and so forth. So, to start this session off, I would like you guys to tell me two things. The first one, of course, will be what happened last time.
Mm-hmm. Well, no, it was kind of a school day of sorts and such like that, but we basically kind of figured out how the animals in the woods were getting kind of like infected, you could say. Um, and it was by these odd fruit, these odd pears with legs that were growing off of this tree that was apparently once a carcass of a bear.
Hmm.
What we also learned from William Ryder that the CEO for the Weasels don't really go out too much, and he does some odd stuff for the CEO, like actually taking out the garbage and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that's about it.
All right. Now, the second part of today's intro, what all do you guys know about the current problem?
The current problem is, well, there's two big issues on hand apparently. There's the animal side of things where basically animals in the woods are getting affected of sorts. And the townsfolk would probably see this as the animals just getting rabies and so forth, but it's a little bit more than that. And then there is the in-town side of things with the weasels climbing all the caffeinated projects in town and also seeming to try buying places here and there as well. That's from my knowledge of the two prominent issues at hand, in the sense of the weasels apparently hoarding all the caffeine products and sometimes using it as their advantage of like making people do things, and apparently for some reason they had a high interest in us for some reason, which is really odd because of the fact that they bribed the math teacher, which got fired, like coffee in order to get our student infos. So they seem to be highly interested in us for some reason.
Yeah.
And I think, like I said, I think that's about it for trouble-wise. Is animal infestation and the weasel's coffee hoarding addiction. But we do believe those two are connected in some sort of mannerism because of the timing of things. And also the timing of past stuff from what Kelly and William talked to each other about on how these rabies incidents have popped up in the past at the same time as the Weasel CEO being around.
Hmm.
So we do slightly believe the two are connected in some sort of fashion.
Anything you think she might have missed, Kuma?
After, I believe she hasn't brought it up yet, the attack on James's place with the animals being the way that they were, and some unknown disease that currently takes
That's
over.
the animals being infected part.
Yep, I think generally speaking.
Yeah.
Well, did we discuss the weird-legged individual, or not individual, the animal-esque creature thing?
Yeah, I mentioned
Yeah.
that on our recap of last session, where how the animals were getting infected, basically.
Okay. Then I don't think she missed anything unless,
Alright.
there is something.
Alright. And admittedly, part of the reason why I wanted to hear all that is so I know what pieces you guys are missing. Because there might have been a few that were missing, other than the ones that I had been purposefully making difficult to find.
Bruh.
Didn't even get to actually play the game yet. I'm already being chased by
So-
the killer.
What day is it, and how? In the sense of this morning.
Let me check. What was it last time?
It was somewhere around March.
Brittany, still
Yeah,
fucking
it had
chased
just
by the
become
killer.
March, right?
Yeah.
It's above us. You don't win against just
Let's go ahead and say it is March. It's just the next day. How about?
he literally spawned right on top of me.
We're not gonna do like a week or two skip or anything.
I don't know if it was a weekend or a week. I know it was during the school day, but I don't know if it was on a Friday or like in the middle of the week sort of deal.
It was a March 9th Monday, so now it's March 10th Tuesday.
Okay.
However,
Hmm?
so go ahead and tell me about your guys' mornings.
Well, Kelly's basically is getting up like normal and such like that. Not much change is changed with her scheduling on like how she wakes up, gets herself dressed and so forth. Um, goes out in the kitchen, get food and so forth, and yada yada yada. After she's done all that,
One of your parents would be in the kitchen, of course.
yeah. Normally her dad would be asleep, so
Yeah.
that or out with his bud.
Yes. I promise we'll get back to that secret life of dad's thing at some point. Because I'm excited for that. I think it's hilarious and amusing. But
um,
your mother is there, and she's like, "Oh, Kelly,
hey ma, what's up?
the school called. It seems that classes are canceled for the day. So
Wait, really?
apparently, a lot of parents were calling and saying that something had spooked their kids the other day during recess, and they didn't want to come in. So with the
Oh, that instant. Okay, yeah, a animal with a bad case of rabies kind of showed up.
yeah, that's what the calls are about. So because it's a small town, the school only has so many students. It wouldn't make sense to, try and bring everyone in or whoever didn't want to come in with so many kids being scared. So the school promised that the kids didn't have to come in today, and they'd see about getting the police and such to investigate the school grounds to see if they can find anything.
Fair enough, fair enough. Okay, if that's what's going on, I'll probably still go out and say hi to a few friends and such like that.
Of course, I mean, a day off of school doesn't happen too often, so you're free to spend it however you like.
Okay. After a little bit more chit chat with her mom and such like that, she'll eat her breakfast, grab a few things for Riley, like food wise, and um then head out to meet up with Riley to tell him that the school classes are canceled today because he
Yeah.
doesn't have a phone.
Yeah, or a parental figure who lives in the same structure as him to tell him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder why.
I mean, look, even if you had your mother, she still wouldn't have had a phone or told you.
Yeah. So yeah, Kelly's gonna head out to go to Riley's place.
All right. Riley, how's your morning going?
Good.
Oh shit.
It's a more calmer morning than anything else, honestly. So
Hmm.
no nightmares, no dreams, no nothing of that sort yet. Wakes up looking around for Sir Mittens because of the fact that he's now found out that he's buried himself in the walls.
Hmm.
That's gonna be a problem in the
That's
long run. So he's
bullshit.
knocking on the walls every now and then looking for him, seeing if I can hear scratching and such in the floorboards or in the ceiling, just like, oh God, why?
As you're searching about, he'll pop out of one of the holes near the floor with a small rat in his mouth.
Ah, I see you got breakfast. Good on you. If you don't mind, I'll have normal food. Thank you, though. I'm too accustomed to this. You may have it though. I'll let you do you. Shoo, off with you. Go have your breakfast. Have fun.
Kind of skitters / hops away with the thing in its mouth, just kind of excited.
And Riley would just sit at the table, quote unquote, in the treehouse, and just try to do his best with what berries and such he gathered during the springtime.
Hmm.
Not much to go off of in the forest, but then again, trying to be careful here. God forbid a wild rabid badger comes out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
So, getting ready for school after that.
Okay. And it seems like around about the time you're getting your coat on, there'd probably be a knock on the door. I wonder who
Oh,
that could
fuck.
be.
Ah, fuck. Poomst.
Hey, Riley.
Ah, Riley would walk over and I guess like open the hatch to the ground level, to the low ground, and look down at Kelly. It's like, oh hi, what are
Hey.
you doing here? Aren't you supposed to be at school?
Yeah, about that. Apparently classes got canceled because of yesterday's incident.
Oh, with the wild animal that we brutally murdered?
Yeah.
Oh, well they're
Yeah.
not gonna find anything.
Yeah. I know. But they got a lot of calls from concerned parents because the whole school got freaked out yesterday.
That saves me
So,
a little bit of trouble.
mm, I did just bring some food from my place if you want some.
Oh, you didn't have to. I can somewhat survive out here. I mean, it's not the first time I've had to, and it probably won't be the last.
I mean, I still wanted to anyway.
All right, you can come on up, why don't you?
Kelly
Mm,
comes up and such like that. She basically brought um a series of um kind of like so her mom doesn't suspect too much in the case. I think she brought some like fruits and veggies, some snacks and such like that. Something that you would probably see from for a lunch.
Oh, cool. You sure you don't want to keep this? I mean, it depends on
It
what you're gonna be doing for today.
truth, I don't know what we're gonna be doing today. Probably could be roaming around the town and seeing if there's anything else.
Well, I'm assuming we're not going to be at the school
Yeah.
due to A, B, and C, so
Mm,
it is what it is.
don't know how Trevor and Allison are doing. Something.
Knowing them, they're probably just having a boring morning, if anything.
Yeah. How's Sir Mitten's doing?
Fine. I think he's having breakfast right now. I think he found it in the walls, so he's kind of doing his thing. He's growing up. Yeah, I'm a proud parent.
He's
He's doing great.
He's probably gonna have a lot more fun once we actually build the rest of the treehouse here.
I'm trying to give him the outside time he needs, but unfortunately with what's wandering out in the forest, I do try to limit his space. He gets upset every now and then that I don't let him out into the forest every now and then, but it's just for the safety.
Mm.
Though I bet I'm
Understandable.
not stopping him either way, because he's been digging, like I said, digging holes and tunnels in the walls and the ceiling. Like a jerk!
Bitch, I'm right here.
We should probably tell the rest of the kids once we actually get around to building the rest of the treehouse that there is like a we have like a pet animal that is gonna be running around in the walls and such.
Yeah, well, how do you explain to kids a ferret that might not be a ferret, that could possibly be a ferret, that is also a ferret?
Is Sir Mittens out right now, or is he ducked away in the walls?
He went to go, like I said, he went to go have breakfast. He's probably just hiding out in the halls again, in the walls again. But he'd probably peek out if I was talking mean about him.
Okay, just give me a very easy investigate roll to see if you can spot the little whatever he is.
Little whatever.
Oh my god!
Well,
Stop!
you can. I'm gonna be honest. A success of 1 would have worked.
Let's
you
add
can
a little bit more to that because I'm still curious of what the fuck he is.
You know that's fair. I will tell you right now, he's not relevant to the current problems,
Yeah,
but I will mention it. Just try not to focus too much on it. 'Cause
I
it's other
know.
things to be done.
We're gonna
Uh,
focus the
so-
entire episode on this ferret.
Please do that. I'm gonna have to reschedule.
Okay, go ahead.
So-
Reason.
So, first of all, you very easily pick out where he has hidden himself to enjoy his meal. He's under one of the chairs, just kind of, you know, tearing apart this already dead mouse and munching happily. Such is the circle of life.
Yeah.
You would also notice. I will tell you what animal he looks like, because I don't want to go too much more into it than that.
Aw, just for a 4.
I'm sorry, it's not time yet.
It's not
time
time.
to reveal. It's not time for the gender reveal party, alright? We can't have that yet.
It seems to be a sort of mongoose.
Huh?
It's a mongoose. Or at the very least, that is the thing that it most resembles as far as what animal it is. It's a mongoose.
Oh.
Oh.
Congratulations, you finally figured out what it was.
I guess for now, until it evolves, I guess. Who knows?
Kelly just looks at it and tilts to the side. It's like, okay, that's what Miss. Okay. I think our friend's a mongoose.
What makes you think that?
They're. I feel like. I mean, I recently looked up some. Was like looking for the library and stuff like that for the fun of it, and. He looks a lot like a mongoose. From what I've seen images of.
Oh. Well, that kind of explains a few things.
They're not even native to America, let alone the Northwest.
Yeah, so Kelly's like, how did a mongoose? Because they're not from around here.
Well, it kind of explains why he didn't want to go through the toilet roll. He didn't want to play with that. He was more or less willing to play with the squeaky toy I gave him. But okay.
Ah.
Kind of explains it. Also explains why he's been digging through the fucking walls. Goddamn mongoose. Why couldn't you be a platypus? Anyway. He'll be probably here for a while now. Most likely he'll try to sneak out at some point in time, or he'll try. but we'll see. Maybe he's content with this morning's meal and he'll be fine and sleep for the rest of the morning.
I think,
Anyway,
yeah, I think they should be fine and such like that. I mean, from reading about them, they're hardy little things.
yeah, that explains a couple things.
Like,
But
they
it is
go after poisonous snakes at times.
that explains why I haven't had snake in a couple of weeks. Cool. All right. Anyway, back on topic. We're not gonna worry about the mongoose ferret cat. The mon ferret goose.
Yeah. Okay. So where do we want to head
Well,
to?
I mean, I don't really have a list. I mean, I had one little, I guess, desire, more or less, but it's more or less a thing that I need to do on my own more than anything else. But
What would that
I mean,
be?
it's like I said, it's personal. And it's something I'd like to get done alone. But again, it's something I probably should do in my own time. Anyway,
Okay.
like I said, besides that, my schedule's kind of clear.
We could check up on William and
I
see.
do. I
Go
do
ahead.
need to. Well, yeah, you're right. We should probably do that. Do need to grab one thing from the garage anyway.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
I gotta go find the thingy finder.
Oh, that thing.
Yeah.
The big. That thing is huge. That thing is just like
Yeah,
a metal detector, basically.
it is, and I need it for something if I'm going to complete the project I'm working on, and so I'll probably take that with me back to the treehouse here and, do some nice
You're
for
gonna
nature
be finding
walks.
those yellow stones, aren't ya?
That's the only way I can complete it.
You're still fidgeting around the gun. Okay. Okay,
I've
that's
been
your
so
project.
for I've been doing so for for a while now. I hope you understand that.
Have you been taking care of yourself?
Sure.
Riley?
Hmm.
Listen,
Riley?
my personal health is not of concern as of right now, more or less. If we want to be really concerning about that, I should probably talk to the mongoose ferret about the pink stuff it's been pulling out of the walls. But that's nonetheless.
You see Kelly make a really pouty face.
All right, listen, you can't judge me. You talk to skulls for a living. Don't come at me.
That was one time. That was one time.
Yeah, one time, and it still happened, and it's still probably going to happen. Come
I
on, and
didn't even know I could do that.
he gets up and starts walking towards the hatch. Let's go. Come on.
Okay.
We can have this conversation while we're walking. I need to be productive at some point in time. I've learned this way.
Okay. And we want to take the wood way or through the town?
You know what? We probably should make sure the town's going all right, and if we bump into anything along the way, then woohoo. Plus, it's not safe in the woods. Not for you city folk. All right.
Have you spotted more of those odd trees?
No, not within my search, but again, I haven't been wandering around the forest as much as I probably should be. I've been at the
Okay.
garage most of the
Yeah.
time.
Because we still need to keep an eye out for those in case, because those things are the source of the animal issues.
If anything, Allison's probably keeping track of it.
Yeah, fair enough.
If anything, it's Allison that's probably looking around. Besides, I mean, he's got nothing else to do. It's not like he's a social life.
Yeah, fair
Wait,
enough, fair enough.
Oh, shit.
we're their social life. Never mind.
Yeah, we're the social life.
Alright. Oh, wrong way. I don't want to cut through
Where are
houses.
you going?
Don't worry, I'm just gonna enter someone's home. It's like, would you like to talk
no,
about Lord Savior?
no.
Ah, God. Anyway, yeah. It'll be fine, like I
Yeah.
said.
Stop right there at that intersection.
Oh God.
Stop right there, criminal scum!
Stop right there. You'd see William.
Oh,
Oh.
fuck.
Kelly waves.
What's the haps, Will?
He waves back, and I'm sure you guys were expecting it, but he stops gliding on his skateboard so he can talk with you guys. 'Cause
Hey,
he
what's
was
up?
kind of gliding by.
Oh,
Hey, what's up?
Not a whole lot. I've still been keeping an eye on the Weasel CO for you guys, and
Mm.
there hasn't been much change in what he's doing.
Huh.
He just kind of stays up in his building, comes out once in a while to try and buy businesses or take out the trash. But you might want to come see this.
Oh no. Alright. Lead the way.
Okay. Yeah.
He kicks off the road and starts gliding back towards the Weasel building where he'd come from.
Kelly kind of just follows.
Yep.
Yeah. He's not
Look.
going that fast, so it's easy enough.
Yeah.
Oh, what's up, Trevor? It's nice seeing you around. Alright, let's go.
What's up?
Yeah.
Yeah, around that way.
Alright, right here? Like, where you want us?
Yeah, right around there will be just fine.
Okay.
So
Okay.
he leads you over to the dumpster for the Weasel Corporation's like.
Okay.
So I only noticed it this most recent time, which is why I went to try and find you guys. But apparently he's thrown something other than just trash out.
Oh?
Oh.
Yeah. I'm figuring he just did it to keep up appearances, but actual motivations might be a bit more sinister. It depends on what these things are. He says as he kind of puts his full weight against the side of the dumpster to like push it, because it's one of the ones on wheels.
Mm-hmm.
And slowly it starts to move. And underneath you'd see a familiar creature you've recently learned about.
Fuck, the dancing pear.
It's these things.
It's the fuzzy thing.
Yeah, it's one of those red pears that seems to be intent on hiding underneath the dumpster rather than coming out.
Oh God. Okay.
Yes,
He's been dropping these things off every time he comes out here to take out the trash.
So he is the one behind this.
Yeah. Okay. William, that thing is not a good thing.
Yeah,
I mean, I
stay back.
figured not, but
They're the reason why the animals outside in the woods are acting all strange. We literally saw a coyote biting into one of these, and it ended up being just turning into the animals that we had to face off at James's place.
It's technically the animal we brutally murdered, but same difference. It is what it is. Anyway.
But yeah, okay.
So I guess there's only going to be more of those things so long as the Weasel CEO is still around, because he's always brought at least one out every single day.
That means he probably has one of those. Okay, so we know these things come from a tree of sorts. Really screwed up tree, but a tree nonetheless. So
You think
he probably has one in the building.
Damn.
I don't know about that.
What do you think?
Well, I mean, I can't imagine there's anywhere in the building a tree would fit. I mean, I guess it would depend on how big it is.
It would probably be okay. This tree we found in the woods, which we had to legally burn, was actually one that grew out of a corpse of a bear.
I don't imagine that he could keep a corpse in there, like, anywhere. If there's a corpse inside the office building, it probably would create enough of a stink that his employees would mention something and then the police would get involved. Like, they work for him, but they ain't exactly the most loyal.
I don't know. That's the thing. Maybe. Because Allison said they found the bear frozen dab in the middle of winter, and when they went to show us, it ended up being a tree. The tree grew in these purple fruits things, which end up turning, which we kind of figured end up turning into these little things. And once predator munches on, and these things act like prey for the predators around the area to munch on these. And once they do, they get infected. So they have to have something that produces these things.
Well, if they do, the only place I could think of that it might fit on the building is the roof, but if it was, pretty much anyone would be able to see it. The other option might be, I don't know, the warehouse. I haven't seen him go into it, but it's still a location they could be hiding something.
Is there a possible window or something We can look through at the with the warehouses.
Nah, no windows, just a big door we'd have to get through.
Ah, great. Okay, so high risk of getting caught. Right.
Well, they don't exactly have anyone watching it. Maybe one or
Really?
two security guards on the inside, but
Who wants to
mean,
break into a
th-
warehouse? No.
yeah, this neighborhood ain't exactly known for theft. It's not something that happens very often, so they don't bother with it too much.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
I think
Honestly, if this tree thing is inside his warehouse, I don't imagine he'd hire any security to keep an eye on it. Because if
Yeah.
they knew, then they'd say something.
Especially since it's a pretty weird looking tree in the sense of things, because it's literally a tree made out of bone and metal.
Hmm.
meat tree. Very bad.
Yeah. I didn't like the fact that it. The reason why I recognized this tree in the first place is because I drew the stupid a picture of it. Not before, long before all this stuff happened. God damn it. Kelly just trying to flails her up, arms in the air. It's like, good. That's another one to the books. That's another one of the books of drawings I've drawn that
We should
turned
just
out.
assume that you're gonna draw something bad that's gonna show up at some point in time. Because you're like 5 for 5 now.
Okay, let's see. It's either things that have already happened or things that happened in the past. Because remember, there was a picture of the tornado I drew that turns out that has some correlation in this sense of things. And there's still like a handful of images in my little folder of things that have not occurred yet.
Yep.
Which I'm worried about.
This is true. But for right now, let's focus on the now.
Yes.
We're gonna go break into a warehouse. Come on.
Oh,
William will lead the way since this seems to be the decision being made.
okay, fine. Let's see how this goes.
It is this one specifically, in case you're curious.
Okay.
Okay.
So, William tests the big metal door.
Mhm.
It's a bit creaky, so he just props. So he opens it slowly to try and diminish the amount of noise it makes,
Mhm.
and then just kind of holds it open at about the minimum needed for you guys to sneak through.
Okay.
Alright, let's sneak on in.
Kelly.
Zoom.
Kelly's gonna go in.
Alright.
He'll keep holding the door open for a second, and tell you guys, "I'll stay out here. If you hear banging on the door, it means don't come out yet."
Okay. Will do.
He closes the door, and you guys are now alone in a big, dark warehouse with shelves nearly up to the ceiling, with all sorts of random boxes and assorted things on them.
Okay.
Did we ever ask what they like do here? Like what's their like they just sell products, right?
Didn't we look them up at one point? I mean, I think they were basically, like, they sell products, yeah, but I think they basically are a collaboration of other, like, businesses and stuff like that. They basically buy out other businesses to sell their
Corporation.
stuff
Yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah. So I'm assuming there's items in here from other businesses. I'm just gonna walk over and open one of the boxes. If I can.
Just random box that happens to be nearby.
Yeah, random box nearby.
You'd find that it happens to be empty. Not even packing peanuts.
What?
Hold on.
What?
Kelly goes over.
It's empty.
Wait, really?
This is the front. It's a ruse.
Kelly kind of goes to another, kind of holds up another box, expecting it to be heavy.
It's light.
Open the box. It's probably empty. They all are, I think.
I'm doing an investigate roll.
Alright.
Nope. God damn it.
You don't find anything out of the ordinary. I assume that this investigate roll was for like going down the shelf checking boxes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you just find a bunch of empty boxes.
They're all empty.
Okay.
It's a front. It's a root. That's it. It's
That
just a
means
front
there's
or
there's
something.
probably something bigger inside.
If I know warehouses, there's probably an inventory list somewhere. Maybe there's like a office room inside the
We're gonna
warehouse we
have to
can
be
find.
careful, because we don't know who else is in here with us.
If we hear something, we'll hear something. I mean, we got William watching the outside. He's skirting the front, making sure we don't get caught. So let's just make sure we spend the time wisely.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if there's like a manager's building or a manager's office somewhere nearby.
Okay.
He just moves down as quietly as he can down the aisles or shelves or whatever to try to find a room or an office room that might withhold information.
You would find you would spot, because the warehouse is mostly dark, but there is one room essentially. It honestly looks more like
Yeah.
a smaller building within the warehouse.
Yeah.
Right around this corner.
Okay.
And the main reason why you're able to spot it so easily is because the lights inside it are on.
Shoot. All right.
I'm good with this. Okay, at least I'm being somewhat sneaky.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to see if I can get close to the building and do a thing and try to peer in, see if there's anybody there.
Are you gonna do it, investigate or sneak?
Do this. Haha!
Sneaky. So you sneak? Are you sneaking up to like a window or a door?
I'm gonna try to sneak up to the window,
All right, you sneak up to the window.
and then I will peer in.
You peer in.
Go!
You peer in very well. You would notice a few things. Normally I start with the things that you notice easily first.
Mhm.
I'm gonna do the opposite just because it's gonna have more impact.
Oh,
Because the obvious thing was, the most shocking, I suppose. So the main thing the minor detail that you would notice first is hanging from the far wall, like across from the door, just on a little hook, seems to be a knife of some sort. It doesn't seem like a fairly
okay.
normal knife. The blade's a bit thick, and the handle uh seems almost clear, and the inside seems to be filled with some orange fluid, with a small, darker bubbles floating through it.
Oh shit. Okay.
The other thing that you would notice is sitting in the rolling chair of this little, like, manager of the warehouse slash security guard office space that does seem to be made for just one person at a time, uh, is what might have been a person at one point.
Oh.
It looks like a somewhat generic security guard, but he seems to have those those tendrils and sort, kind of poking out of his mouth as he's sitting there in the chair, pretty much still,
Oh.
and not in a comfortable position.
Oh. Great. Oh no. Okay. Just gonna.
It also seems like maybe this body that is infected has been here a very long time because it's slightly decomposed. And
That's not good.
and and for the last bit of what you would notice with a 4 investigate, it seems like even its eyes and nose, and based on the fluid leaking from the ears, most of its senses have long since decayed.
Hmm. Do I risk it? I wonder.
Is the tendrils moving?
Uh, they seem to be just like moving a little bit, but not quick and not seemingly for any reason other than just, passive bobbing almost.
Okay.
Kelly kind of sneaks up next to Riley and goes, "So, what's in there?"
I think I found the security, and I think I know why nobody else has been in here. The security guard's infected,
Oh,
and he's not looking too good. It looks like he's been here a while.
oh God.
From the looks of it, he looks like he's been, yeah, he's been here a while, and I think one of them's in there. In it. What's ever left of the poor fella.
Oh
There's a knife
God.
in there, though.
A knife?
Yeah, I don't know. It's almost like a half knife, half bottle. It's got some weird liquid inside of it. I was
Oh,
gonna
that's
see if I could snatch it and see if we can bring it back to the garage.
uh.
I'll be honest with you, Chief. It looks like it might be possible because this boy got no senses. Like his eyes, his nose, like everything's gone.
Okay.
If it,
Um.
I'm gonna place a hand on Kelly's shoulder and be like, if I don't do this right, I want you to run back to the door and run as fast as you can back to the garage.
Okay.
Don't look back. Don't look back at me.
You want me to be on ready to run mode
Yeah, just
on
be
the
ready
other
to
side
run.
of the road?
I
Run?
just want you to be ready because I'm gonna sneak this knife and we're gonna run.
Oh,
Just
Kelly's gonna take one look around in the center of the room they're in. See if there's anything else. God, rolls.
Hmm.
She's
So
just
what?
she's kind
Yeah.
of just
What?
taking a glance around the room in the sense of things.
Uh. I mean, just taking a quick glance around the rest of the warehouse.
Mhm.
Uh. Nothing seems too out of the ordinary besides the fact that you're fairly certain most of these boxes are empty, if
Mm,
not all of them.
yeah.
okay. Deep breath.
Okay.
You got this. Think I'm good.
Kelly's at over by the door.
Okay. Actually, can I do a thing that's never been done before?
Okay.
Favorite song.
You'd like to play your music.
I need this buff because I may have a lot of body, but I don't have a lot in sneak, and I need this buff.
All right. I guess let me go ahead and put the watch together that we've never used. Also, while I'm setting that up, if you would like to make sure the audience knows what they're missing out on.
Okay. So, as per the setup of all the characters, if I'm getting this right, each character is allowed to pick their favorite song that they kind of vibe to. It gives them a buff. I'm not sure the specifics of said buff. I believe it's general all around. But the music
Why
will
couldn't you
play.
just use the music bot?
Oh yeah, we have a music bot, don't
We have a music.
Well, look, you're gonna need to make sure to mute it. So.
I can easily mute it.
Okay, I'm just making sure you remember.
I can easily just right click the sucker and just kind of
Just
turn down the
making sure
volume.
Just making sure you remember.
Just making sure we don't have a copyright claim out there.
Exactly. Just
So,
making sure.
so for the audience's perspective here, Riley's favorite song was the Star Wars The Force Suite by John Williams
Can you
from
just
episode 4.
can you type that down so I can actually paste it so that folks can actually see the title of this song that's going to be playing?
Alright, sure, I'll put it in chat.
Yeah.
There you go.
Just put it in the chat.
That was not the right button. What did I just do?
Oh, what the fuck? But yeah, just use the rhythm bot.
Yeah, I went ahead and got the link. Kuma, you ready?
Yeah, I'm as ready as I'll ever be. I'm taking this
Okay.
is like the first time it's being done. We got this. I have a firm
So
belief.
from when the song starts to when the song ends is how long the buff lasts.
Okay. Oh boy. Here we go. This is gonna be great. All right. I'm gonna keep this at an appropriate value so I can actually focus and not vibe. All right, perfect. Okay, I'm gonna do the sneak roll. I am going to attempt. I don't know if it's a move and a sneak or just a sneak.
I mean, you're just trying to get through the door and over to.
The knife. I want the
Alright,
knife.
just go with a sneak then.
Okay.
Like
Dang.
a sneak if you're trying to be sneaky, a move if you're trying to be quick.
Trying to be sneaky, and I got nothing.
All right. So you open the door and it creaks loudly,
Shit.
and the security guard sitting in the chair seems to, in a fairly unnatural way, uh, pull himself upright as the tendrils coming out of his mouth seem to twitch a bit more quickly.
Okay, move roll. We're gonna just yeet. We're gonna take the knife and run.
All right, move roll, go.
Poof.
Oh
nothing.
my god!
I'm gonna die out here, man. Oh, can I
So-
just?
Don't forget, you have the buff. What does the buff do?
At the moment, I'm gonna say it's gonna give him a reroll.
Okay.
Because basically, the song allows you to take control of the scene for the most part.
I'm taking the
Like-
knife. We going.
Alright, so you run across, you grab the knife. The security guard is not even turning around, just like walking backwards, the chair getting pushed out of the way towards you.
Okay.
The tendrils coming out of his decaying face, just moving quicker.
All right, we gonna bolt out the door and head across.
Alright, go, go, go.
Go.
Okay.
Kelly's
We
going.
We go.
Alright.
I just yell at the top of my lungs. Open the door and get us out.
Oh god.
Alright, so Riley's bolting across the warehouse floor. From the sound of his footsteps. Kelly, are you looking back towards Riley as he's running towards you?
She'll give a quick glance.
You would notice the security guard moving a lot faster now. As
Oh
it like
god.
grabs either side of the door frame, but still moving backwards. Kind of like pulls itself out after him. Seems to start falling, catches itself on all fours, like back towards the floor, and is now scurrying on all fours quickly in a way that is very much not human. And you know, Riley's running towards you, knife in hand.
Kelly's gonna like. There's no knocking from William, correct?
None that you've heard yet.
Kelly's gonna knock at the door.
You're going to hear a quick knock back and silence.
Shh.
So that when he knocks, that means we can't go outside yet,
Yes. Yes.
right? All right. All right. Who wants to play? Let's play Ring Around Rosie with the dang thing. 'Cause he's probably gonna want the knife.
It is still scurrying after you guys, and it has gained speed.
Okay. We need to. Okay. Go down left side. I'll go down right.
Okay.
Trust me. This is gonna work.
Okay.
All right. We're go. I'm
Oh
assuming
my god.
we're both on the right side.
So
And
it's
we
coming down
zoom.
this way.
Okay. Yeah. We're gonna bolt this way.
I did not have a good roll on that move.
That's fine.
Kelly's a little bit slow to start moving, but she is following as best she can.
We going.
Oh my god.
Okay. How big are these industrial? Like, did the shelves go up to the ceiling, or what are we talking here?
The
Are they
shelves
both-
go up to this. The shelves go up to the ceiling. If you've ever seen like images or videos of the inside of an Amazon warehouse,
Okay, so these things
Ah.
are big and sturdy.
Dang
yes,
it! I was
these
gonna.
are huge shelves.
Okay, there goes
Okay.
my plan.
Well,
What?
keep
You're
in
gonna push
mind,
one over?
keep in mind they're also full of empty boxes that add basically no weight.
Do we want to make more noise?
Listen, I'd prefer not knowing what the rest of the security teams looks like. Knowing their hiring standards, it doesn't look like they're very much high. So
Okay,
let's try to persuade this one to just go away.
Kelly's gonna quickly make see if there's anything she can use as a noisemaker other than the empty boxes around.
Okay, roll me investigate. Yeah, so the guard is starting to like make the corner because it was going a bit faster, so it's a bit harder to turn.
Yeah.
Other than the empty boxes, there's of course the shelves. There is some very generic warehouse equipment, such as like a dolly. You know what a dolly is. I don't.
Yeah, the forklift sort of thing.
Yeah, and like a few other minor things, mostly used for just moving stuff around.
Wait, I have a plan.
Oh god, what are you gonna do?
I still have Mr. Hendrickson's silverware.
You keep that on your person?
Why wouldn't I? It's a gift.
All right.
You're gonna be
fine.
tossing those, aren't you?
I'm gonna toss the knife somewhere, but we need to find a hiding spot first to where it can't see us.
Its senses are kind of fucking dulled.
How do you know?
You told me!
Oh yeah, you're right.
What you gonna
Listen,
do?
can I just chuck the dull knife at it and see if it does anything? Oh wait, no, never mind. No, that'd be bad because it won't do shit.
Yeah,
It's just
don't
gonna piss it off.
also don't toss the knife.
Okay, not that knife, the butter knife. Listen, he had like a fork and a knife he gave to me. All right, that's what I got.
I mean, what do you want to do?
Well, I don't. It's not like we can push the shelf over. If we can line this up.
You won't really know unless you try.
Okay, Kelly, help me. We're gonna push the shelf over
Oh.
while he's in that aisle.
Oh fuck, sure. Okay.
Okay.
All right, both of you roll me force. Okay, so with 2 force, you manage to, you barely manage to pull a shelf over in time. But it does seem like it was able to tell what you were doing, or at least detect that there was movement, and it stopped before the shelf might have landed on it. So it's now attempting to climb up and over the shelf, but that's obviously not easy terrain for it, and it's flailing.
Okay.
We have some time. I have an. Well, can it bust through glass? There's a possibility here we could trap it back in the office room, but I'm not sure if it might be able to just bust out the glass through the window and right out from there. I don't want to use the knife on it. I don't even know what's in it.
Yeah, we don't know. I mean, if we can, the dolly, is it possible? Kelly's gonna run over to the dolly and take a look at it.
All right. It's got a little strap securing it to the wall that super easy to undo. That's not even a roll, but it's just an old red dolly. It's got wheels. They still seem to be in good condition. It seems like it's barely, if ever, been used, but it's probably been here a very long time, given the amount of cobwebs on it.
I'm telling you, man, this place has not been used at all.
Yeah. Okay, so, God, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think. We could we can't play fooling around with Rosie with it anymore because the fact we knocked down the shelf.
Listen, I'm buying us time. It can't cross over that terrain too quickly, so it's doing its best.
Yes.
Also, as a
God.
note, Kuma, your song has ended.
I know, I'm aware.
Yes.
It bought me the time I needed, don't worry.
Yeah.
God, I don't know what to do. God damn it. This is worse. I panic when things get extreme. God
Right,
damn
I
it.
grab Kelly by the hand and we just run back down the other aisles.
Oh god, okay. How,
All right,
no,
you
no,
guys.
oh, okay. How's the what is the layout looking like in the sense of how does these things um like are they in rows? What is the setup?
So the shelves along either wall along the north and south side.
Mhm.
I think there we go. Along the north and south side.
Mhm.
There's also 2 lines of shelves closer to the center, also going lengthwise. You guys have currently been in the bottommost row, but there's 2
Okay, so
rows above you guys.
so it's basically we can technically play Ring Around Rosie with it, but we just blocked off one of our own. One
It
of the
bought us some
levels.
time. We needed to make that plan. Come on, let's go.
Oh yeah. Let's see what. Okay. Let's see if we can. If William is able to open the door now.
So
Kelly.
you guys are currently in the bottom left corner, so you can go
Mhm.
up and then go either across the top row or the middle row.
Top row. Top row.
All right, so you guys are going all the way to the top and across.
Yeah. Because that. Oh, we're technically still close to it if we pick the middle row.
All right. Both of you roll me investigate real quick.
Okay.
Kelly's gets a 1, Riley gets a 1. I'm going to say that's enough. You guys would notice as you guys, turn and are now heading down a new row, you'd more so be able to hear, maybe catch a few glimpses between boxes along the shelves,
Mhm.
but it has turned, and now instead of trying to go entirely just over the shelf that was knocked over, it's now going between the shelves, knocking boxes off as it goes.
Crap, it's smart.
So wait. It's going through the shelves.
Yeah, because there is space between, the top of a shelf and the bottom of a shelf. It is pushing the boxes out of the way and crawling between.
Want to take another chance at pushing this thing?
It is currently about to reach the middle row from the shelf it was crawling through.
Oh, okay. Why not? Let's do this. We'll push down
All
on the
right.
shelves.
All right. That's a 1 from Kelly and a 0 from Riley. You guys are
Oh.
not able to put enough
Okay.
force into it to knock it over.
Shit. Okay. We can try again another time. But come on. Let's see. Kelly, quickly run.
Okay, Jesus. Hey,
Kel- Kelly's
bang
gonna
on
be.
the door
Kelly's gonna
again. We're up.
hit the
We're getting
door.
up near the door.
You guys won't hear a knockback, but we'll start to hear a slow creak as the door is being opened.
Okay.
Quick, get through.
As
Come
you-
on, go.
As you guys have made it to the door, it's now heading down the middle row.
Okay. Kelly's gonna. As soon as she gets since she's smaller than Riley,
Nice.
I'm making my move.
All right, you're just okay. You managed to squeeze through the door while it's
And I'm
still
gonna
like.
help William lift this thing up faster. And it's like we need to get Riley out of there now.
It moves side to side, but it's kind of on a spring, which is why it closes automatically. But you also have to fight the spring to open it.
Yeah. So Kelly's gonna
So force.
Yeah.
All right, so you grab one side, he's got the other side, and you guys are pulling away from each other to open it faster.
Yes.
Riley, this thing's gotten like 15 feet from you and is about to round the corner to come up towards you. And the door is just now starting
Can I
to
just
open
sprint?
enough that you make a roll for it, man.
Okay, moving.
All right, you manage to go. You manage to squeeze right through the door, almost losing your glasses in the process. And William lets go of his side.
Kelly's gonna let her go of her side as well.
And the old spring, still with some life left in it, slams the door shut as you guys hear something just thunk against the other side.
We need to go now.
Let's go run before they find out.
Yeah.
Where are you guys running? I mean, William kind of
Not that
gestures
way.
for you guys.
Not that way.
Yeah, William gestures for you guys to follow him and starts heading straight for the woods.
Yeah. Kelly's gonna follow. Come on, Riley. No.
He's just heading straight north.
I'm coming.
And stop there.
Okay.
Kelly, move back one,
Okay.
and maybe like to the side one, so you're not overlapping with him. So you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and just reveal this to make it a little easier on my ability to describe. You guys have found something.
Oh God.
You found a
Oh
really
fuck!
big tree.
Oh fuck!
It seems to be made out of an amalgam of multiple creatures.
God damn it!
It has quite a few of those sinister fruit hanging from its branches, and because it's already clearly obvious there, it seems like it was probably made out of both a cougar, a ram, and maybe a few other smaller animals.
Oh God.
But this thing is quite massive.
Fuck! Out of all the days.
William quickly takes a notepad out of his pocket, makes a quick note, and says, "Look, we can come back for it later. We gotta keep going."
Yeah, we'll do. Yeah. You know what? Yeah. Let's just
Yep.
keep going.
All right, so you guys start heading west in a western direction,
Yeah.
and he's following along behind you guys.
Oh God.
Not out of all the days we could have done this.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you guys make it. Well, Riley makes it out of the forest and to the edge of the church/graveyard.
Yeah. Uh, what in the dickens did you grab, Riley?
I don't know, but we're gonna find out. But we need to head to the garage first.
Okay. I suggest since we just
We
kind
need to
of
go,
probably
and I don't think cutting through town's gonna be good.
Yeah. I was suggesting woods.
Riley nods. Yeah, it's probably a good idea to stick to the forest.
Yeah, we can stick to the borderlines of the woods. Be close enough where we don't get ourselves into too much issues with the wildlife, but not too into the city where basically we become targets because we probably just riled up a hornet's nest of the weasels from what we just did. Oh God.
And stop there.
I don't like
move, move back a few spaces.
God damn it!
We found another tree, didn't we?
Yep. This one is not as large as the last one, but it's still quite sizable. At first glance, you can tell that that's probably a moose's skull.
Great.
And it also has a few of those sinister fruit.
God, the fuck is wrong with this fucking city?
William makes another note. It's like, we gotta keep going.
Yes.
Look, we'll let Rusty know while we're down there.
Yeah.
So Rusty has a fucking
Sorry.
flamethrower at this point. Alright.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Alright, we gotta cut down the street.
No,
Scruffy. I forgot my own name for things.
Yeah.
It's all very exciting and panic-inducing. William's running along behind you guys.
Great.
How do you think we feel? No one's finding this.
We're probably gonna also need the Firewatch. Dude, again.
Yeah.
We're gonna need the Firewatch, dude, and probably the CDC after this, but whatever.
Yeah. Come on.
Alright, you guys make it to the road and you're running along.
Yep.
James seems to be out in the front yard feeding the chickens. He kind of waves at you guys as you run past.
Kelly waves back before continue running.
Alright, you guys make it to the junkyard.
Okay. Oh, good lord. Okay.
Riley would just lean up against the gate and just sit down and be like, God forbid. Knife still in hand.
Yeah.
let's get down. Let's go in. Let's go in.
All right, William will open the door and such for you guys. You guys head on down. I'm gonna
Yeah.
let Scruffy know.
Will do.
All right, he closes the door after you guys and
Okay.
heads up, and you guys don't really know where he goes, but you can only assume that he heads over to Scruffy's little
Yeah,
building.
and so Kelly's gonna hit the elevator, and we go down.
Yeah, so you guys start descending into the science-y space, the science lab / warehouse underneath.
Yeah.
Secret lab.
Once they get down to the ground, well, Kelly's gonna just like, just almost collapse on the ground, just like sitting. It's like, good lord.
Mm-hmm.
That was a day. I think that fills up my day. You just sit down,
what time
like
is
sit
it?
pretzel legged on the floor
Respawn?
of the elevator.
I'd say
What-
by this point it's about noon. You guys could really do with some lunch.
Kelly looks at her watch. It's like, it's only noon.
I'm not sure if I want lunch after what I saw.
I don't know either. I'm not sure either.
Jeremiah Ryder is still large. He's over by his improvised desk, seeming to fiddle with things.
Slowly get up.
Still looking
Wow.
monstrous.
Monster
The man
Dad.
still
Monster Dad.
walking battery pack.
Mm-hmm.
Kelly gets up and just walks over to Raleigh. It's like, what
Riley
the
Ward.
fuck did you get from that? Oh, seeing how we're now say, what exactly
I don't
did
know.
you
I
grab?
don't-
What did
A
you?
knife.
What have you got there, Riley? A knife!
You know.
Can I see said
No!
knife? Can I take a look at the knife?
I was gonna give it to the doctor because there's a weird liquid in it. I mean, I was gonna give it to the doctor because I think there's some weird contaminating liquid in it. But sure, I'll give it to the weird girl that's drawn pictures of whatever's been chasing us so far.
Oh my god. Kelly's gonna take a look at the knife.
Just kind of hold. Yeah, just holds the knife for her to look at.
Respawn.
Yes.
I did investigate on the knife that that Riley's holding.
Admittedly, you don't know a lot about knives or like smithing techniques or how they're made these days. But this does not seem like something made on Earth.
This is okay. Another phone. Great. Okay. Another thing that's not from this planet.
Can I keep it?
There's also a slight twinge of perhaps recognition.
Recognition.
Recognition. As in, maybe you might have some idea of this, of a knife.
Some idea for what?
I don't have
Okay.
any idea of how to point it out without making it too obvious. So
Have
I'm
you
using vague
seen this?
terminology.
Does it have to do with any of my drawings?
Hmm.
You know, that says yes.
I mean, that whom could mean anything. I didn't say anything.
That means tone,
Yeah,
though.
It could mean anything. I mean,
Respawn.
I'm
yeah.
I'm giving
You're giving what?
What?
giving it to the one I'm giving it to the one smart man that actually might know what this is.
You're giving it to Jeremiah Ryder? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I'm giving. Yeah, I'm
Alright.
doing that thing. I am giving it to the doctor.
Alright. He kind of looks down at you. It's like, what's this?
Something that we found.
He kind of examines it a bit, turns it over, looks at it, even gives it a sniff for good measure. I'm sorry, but I've never seen anything like this before. He's gonna hand it back.
Okay. Riley is going to hold the knife. Great. I have
Why?
a knife from another world that I have no idea where it came from, and I am solely
Can I
responsible
take
for
a
this
look at
thing.
that again? Can I take a look at that again? Something.
Uh, I
Kelly
okay.
walks up.
Just holds the knife out again.
God, I want. Okay, I'm. I don't want to use a luck point. Fuck. Mm. I don't know why, but this thing has a. God. It's right. It's right. It's connected to one of my stupid drawings, ain't it? Respawn.
Maybe.
Can I give a guess on which one?
You're welcome to.
The one with the smiling man being stabbed in the chest.
Perhaps.
You see Kelly with a face of. God damn it. Another one to the tally.
Mm-hmm.
Kelly just walks away, face palming, and it's just like, don't like the indications of the feeling I'm getting. Because, hey, Riley, one of my stupid projection drawings is a smiling guy with a knife in his chest.
So I'm 6 for 6.
If it goes down
You're
that
6
path,
for 6
yes,
now, Kelly.
technically. If we have. I mean, we haven't used the knife yet. So it's not yet 6 for 6. But the fact that it has that tint of familiarity to something I drew. Don't like that. Don't like that at all.
Yo.
Kelly just paces back and forth in the lab, just like,
Kelly, you can't be too hard on yourself. Just because you're a mystic psyche that's able to tell the future doesn't mean that it's a bad thing.
One, I don't know.
You can't keep bullying yourself like this.
I'm sorry, this is all new to me.
Just walks over and gently puts like 2 hands on each side of Kelly's head. It's like, I need you to be calm. I understand we just got into a high-speed chase and just got back from one, but I need you to be calm.
Oh, I am calm.
You are not calm.
I am calm.
You are pacing around this room stressed as hell. I need you to be calm.
Oh, you want me to not be calm?
I prefer you not to stab me. I prefer you not fulfilling the deed that is made in your drawing and me not being crazy stabbed.
No. Okay, there's a difference between me just pacing around the room and just time like that is just me trying to calm. Like, I am in a calm state. I'm trying to keep myself calm, so I pace around. If you want me to be not calm, I can be not calm.
I will just let go overhead and be like, okay, I'm gonna just go on my personal shopping list since we're down here, or my personal vendetta. You just keep pacing. Mr. Ryder, do you have the thingy finder? I'm assuming we left it somewhere around here in the shop.
You looking for the thing you were working on?
No, no, it's something for
the
that
metal
particular
detector.
project. Yeah,
Oh,
the
yes.
thing we've just called it the thingy finder. Though if you and your buddy have named it something else, we'd be more than happy to change it to that.
That's fair.
It's a,
Yeah, you
Kelly.
guys will be able to find it. But no roll really needed for that.
Yeah,
Okay.
because we did technically find it once before, so we should know where it is.
So Riley would take the thingy finder, and because it's a metal detector, it is what it is. He'd probably take like some sort of long sash like thing and tie the two ends to one at each end of the thingy finder, at least on the pole end, and then just sling it over his back. Be like, okay, I got my thingy.
All right, well there you go.
Working on stuff. Anyway, side projects. It's fine. Yeah. So anyway, so we have a knife with mysterious liquid in it that I am going to be keeping because it is alien, and seeing as I am the half man and half thing in the house, I am responsible for it.
Orange fluid.
Orange fluid. I mean, Kelly, if we want to really commit to science here, you can stab me with it and we can see what happens.
No, we are not stabbing you with it.
Why must you do this?
As the DM, I would like to warn the half breed is probably the only person who should never be stabbed with it. I just wanna make that clear because that's admittedly something you'd probably never find out unless you did try it, and that would probably kill him. So
Okay.
as the DM, the only person you're not allowed to stab with that knife is Riley.
What? Am I being
you're-
blacklisted from science? Are you telling me?
Do
So
not
you-
stab him.
So you're saying that everybody else in the room is safe from the stabbing?
You're free to stab anyone you want with the knife. It may or may not kill them, but I'm telling you right now that it will near immediately kill Riley, given his genetics,
Oh my
given his
god.
biology.
What? What? I
It-
feel targeted. I feel like the minority here.
I'll tell you right now, it wasn't necessarily built. Like, okay, I have specific things in mind, because obviously I have plans for like, oh, the perfect solution is to use this on that or whatever. I completely disregarded the fact of how it would affect you until just now, when you guys were mentioning maybe stabbing with them. Like, wait a second, if it does this to that, then oh no, I need to warn them before they kill Kuma. So
No,
yes,
Kelly has like, let's not. Huh. Kelly's gonna walk up and take a look at the handle with the orange fluid. How much would you say is in that? Like, amount wise, like you could take a few guesses, possibly.
yeah, give me a quick sec. I need to actually look up, fluid amounts and how big they tend to be.
Okay. Like, Kelly's gonna probably give a guess on like, my guess is if you get stabbed, that fluid is gonna be with the knife.
Are you telling me that I cannot pursue science because of safety concerns?
Yes.
How dare you?
I'm gonna give the most strange logic for this.
Mm-hmm.
Tales of
Did
the
you
Loop.
did you already give a an investigation roll to try and figure out how much fluid's in there?
Not yet.
It's not gonna be a hard one, mostly because I really wanna. Yeah, okay. So, strangely enough, holding this knife and feeling the weight of it, and feeling
Kelly's
the
gonna
amount of
take
like.
the knife from Riley if that's the case because
Yeah.
she hasn't held the knife yet.
Yeah. But like holding the knife, feeling the weight of it, feeling like getting a feel for the amount of liquid in there and taking a look at it, it reminds you of something. It reminds you of the like small milk cartons you get at during lunch at the cafeteria. So
Okay.
you'd estimate that there's maybe about that the handle holds and is currently holding about half a pint of fluid.
Okay.
You might also notice,
Mhm.
taking a closer look at the liquid, that it seems to have almost like you know how measuring cups have little marks on them.
Yeah.
It seems to have little black bands around the handle that mark the same distance each time, dividing the handle into 4 segments basically. The inside is not divided, but it is like measured into 4 segments.
Okay. How
And
much?
for those, go ahead.
And how many of those things are kind of quote unquote filled up, like pass in the sense
Well,
of things, if she holds it in one direction?
It's completely full, so because
Okay.
it's one hollow space, so it's not
Yeah.
like different chambers. It's just
Yeah.
one chamber with a way to measure how much is in said chamber,
Yeah. So
and it seems to be completely full at the moment.
Kelly's gonna say, okay. My guess is the stripes on this thing indicate how many times we can use the bloody thing. That's my guess. Because this thing feels like a milk carton, like weight-wise with this liquid. But, the stripes on it kind of remind me of, like, measurements for liquids. So, I think we can actually just possibly use this, like, 4 times, maybe?
Okay. So what? You gonna dice onions with it, or like what's like?
Well, I'm thinking about getting a specific thing that we've been seeing around town.
I mean,
And possibly see what occurs from that with interaction with this.
okay. We can give it a try.
Yeah.
Do you
Just
guys want some plot convenience?
Yeah.
Mostly because I feel like it'd be funny. You guys hear some banging from the top of the lift back up to the car wash.
the fuck.
Kelly gotta take it up to see what's this noise.
All right, Riley, you going with?
Sure, why not? I
So you
still got
guys
the
you
thing
guys
you
get on the
find.
lift and it descends. You get to the top. The door is closed, obviously.
Mhm.
And then William opens the door, and standing next to him is James.
The fuck?
James has something in his hands.
It's a fruit thing, ain't it?
I found this in my. Fuck. How did I forget how to do his accent?
You do his accent pretty well.
Yeah, you just did his accent.
I feel like I was messing with it. Greetings. I found this in my backyard. He kind of holds it out to you guys.
It's one of those things with legs, ain't it?
Yeah, no, it is.
Hey, perfect timing.
Okay, James, what I'm gonna need you to do, and I'm just gonna like take it by one of its legs and hold it up, is I'm gonna need you never to touch these ever again, because they're dangerous. Anyway.
They're the cause of the animal issues at hand.
Yeah,
Oh.
and we also saw them infect one of the humans, and I can tell you do not want to look like a half squid. I can tell you that much. It's just gonna walk to the middle of the yard with it. Just gently put it down.
No. Wait,
Oh no,
Riley.
yep.
Keep it, because what I wanted to do.
Yep. Okay, I'm just gonna hold it and be like, okay, Kelly, bring the knife.
Okay.
Keep in mind, these things are basically water balloons.
Yeah, but Kelly's not gonna aim for the actual body this time around.
Aim for nothing exploding, please. I do not want to get my
She's gonna
sweatshirt,
aim for
the only
one of
one I
the
have.
legs to see the
Alright.
response of the things, because I'm guessing the legs are pretty sturdy, and they're
The
not.
legs are a bit thicker and of a
Yeah.
harder material, because otherwise they might, explode just from walking around.
Yeah. So, okay. So, Kelly's gonna just give a small slice at its leg.
You're gonna slice?
That or poke. Like, poke at it with the knife.
Alright, well, let me know which one you want to try.
Um, Since slicing will just kind of spill. Poking it, basically.
All right, you
Okay.
poke the tip of the knife against the leg, and it kind of wiggles its leg. It's been poked.
Okay. Okay, so I just start. I lightly start. I just stab.
You're gonna stab it into the leg.
Yeah.
All right, so you stab. I'm not making you do force rolls because it is kind of like restrained and not difficult.
Yeah.
I just want to make that clear that if this thing was not being held right now, I'd probably force you to do some rolls because it'd be trying to avoid you. Maybe.
Yeah.
But you manage to stab the tip of the knife into its leg, and you watch as the handle seems to lose an amount of the fluid that it had been holding.
Called it. Okay.
And you can see as the fruit gets a bit more, gets a tint of orange to it, and then kind of seems to swell.
Go,
And
Riley, put it
yeah,
down.
I'm just gonna drop it.
It seems to like swell and shake, and as it's let go and it drops, it hits the ground, explodes. Well, not, it bursts, and no fluid comes out. Instead, there's some very weakly wriggling pair of those weird worm-like parasites that seem to just die on the ground, on the pavement, and a huge cloud of incredibly warm steam that floats upwards.
Oh.
It seems like well, I mean, if you want to do an let's do an investigate real quick to see if you can piece
Okay.
together what it just did to that fruit. Yeah, no, it wasn't going to be difficult. It seems like that fluid caused that fluid cooked it from the inside out.
Holy cow!
That thing is powerful.
And
And it pretty effectively killed the parasites in the process.
Kelly's gonna look at the handle.
It has 3 more charges.
Okay, we're not gonna use this unless emergency standpoint.
Gotcha.
It only has 3 more charges. Take a look.
Okay. No, I'm just gonna trust you on that. I don't know how I feel about it now.
Want me to
Yeah.
hold on to it?
Do you want me to explain to you guys now why specifically Riley should never get touched by it?
Why is it that 90% of the time this stuff's out here just to kill me?
Yeah, explain how. Why?
So imagine for a moment a bug. Doesn't really matter what bug. Imagine for a moment what's inside of a bug's exoskeleton.
The innards.
Do you know what consistency the innards of a bug are?
No.
Mostly fluid.
He would probably like a water balloon.
Yeah, like Riley's not entirely, bug
Well-
goo on the inside, but it still would be very traumatic and probably not survivable. And I'm terribly sorry I didn't consider that was a possibility of what might happen until you guys talked about stabbing it. And I was like, wait, what? Wait, that's right. Riley's not human. What would happen? Oh, I should warn them. Hey guys,
You're
don't do
lucky
this.
Allison isn't here, because it would have been like, what if I stab him?
Yeah, no, that would have been very bad.
I was like, oh, I'll get this for Allison. He'll like a cool looking knife, and then you described that there's liquid inside. It's like, oh, this is an important knife. Never mind. And now it's
Oh.
even worse because it's a knife that could kill me.
An important knife.
So, Kelly's like, okay, so. Actually, does the liquid in here just produce a lot more heat to the point that it basically roasts?
That's great. We found.
No, I'm
The
asking
one
this to
thing.
respawn. Like, is it
What are you
basically,
asking?
is basically the liquid inside of it? Because how you describe it, it basically puts, it was kind of like it was steaming up, from the sounds of it, and so my guess is basically the liquid inside the knife is basically some sort of heat, like heater in a sense of things, and whatever it does, it basically causes so much heat that it basically kills whatever is kills it, but not only that, but makes it so it just all the steam and stuff just makes it just burst.
I mean, that is at the moment a safe assumption to make for what it does. At the very least, that's what it's done to the one thing you've used it on so far.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm guessing this thing is just kind of like a really bad heating mechanism for these things. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna wrap this up in a cloth or something, and then just kind of just keep a hold on this. Kelly kind of just starts heading back to the into the garage. It's like, William, wouldn't there have to be some cloth or something else in the garage for me to wrap this thing up in?
Yeah, there should be plenty of spare.
Yeah.
Just about anything, really.
Yeah. Actually, James, just a warning, if you do follow us down, there is something big down there, but he's really friendly. He's really nice.
Okay.
Yeah. He may look terrifying and all that, but he's actually really cool dude.
We can assure you he's a very intelligent being.
William kind of gets a small like smirk and looks over at James like, yeah, he's my dad. Don't be mean. And James just seems very confused, and he kind of steps onto the lift because he feels like he has to now.
You're required to be here.
William's still just kind of smirking a little, waiting for someone. He goes over to the buttons like, all right, everyone ready to go down?
Yeah.
Let's go.
He pushes the button and the lift starts to go down, and James just seems very curious and confused.
Yep.
Like at first, obviously, he's kind of amazed that the lift is moving because I don't think he's been down here yet.
Yeah, no, this is his first time.
No,
He's
no,
like,
He,
"Whoa,
he didn't even know about this thing till now.
Yeah,
So-
like William had just told him that, because he went and found William first because he saw him. William had just told him that you guys were just in the car wash. And he's like, oh, okay, I guess that's where cool kids hang out.
Yeah.
And now this is happening, and he just
Yeah.
seems very confused. And
As the lift goes down, Kelly's gonna go, okay, James, this is a really secret spot, so it's best not to tell folks, because if like a lot more people know about this place, it can be a lot more dangerous and stuff like that.
Okay.
Okay.
And he's looking around and he sees all the shelves and all the weird science stuff. And he just goes like, whoa.
And
James.
then he sees Jeremiah Ryder, resident monster dad. He goes, oh, and Will's like, hey man, come on, I told you not to be rude. Like he's trying not to laugh about it, not to be rude. It's like, I'm sorry. Wait a sec. He's like looking between Jeremiah Ryder and William, just like, wait a second.
Now whatever you do, James, don't mention the spines.
Kelly's gonna come up and it's like, okay, long story short, case of missing dad kind of helped him out, but in progress of helping him out, he has a new body.
James seems even more confused.
Just don't put a lot of brain thought into it, my guy.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's best to not mention about this place and the stuff in it to folks, because they'll probably see you as either really crazy or have a really big imagination.
Okay. And I was like, oh yeah, and as they said, just don't mention the spines. Don't stare either. Like,
Don't stare.
He starts looking at the floor.
He's very self-conscious. No way.
Come on, don't tease him.
James is having a moment.
Yeah. Welcome to the craziness that we've been dealing with, James.
I thought we already introduced him to that when we fought the animals.
And introducing of you, technically.
It's all very confusing.
Just don't worry about it.
But I'm still happy to help as best I can. You're still my friends.
This is what you signed up for, my guy. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Kelly's going to go over to get like a wrap or something and start wrapping up the knife, so she doesn't. So there's no cases of accidental stabbings with this thing.
Episode 19. Riley fucking dies.
But after that, she's gonna place the knife in her bag and go. Probably once we see Allison, probably gonna hand that to Allison in the sense of they're probably the best person to know how to wield a knife.
I mean, you say that, yet I still have that inconsistent fear of being stabbed.
Yes, I know. But I'm gonna warn her ahead of time in the sense of what this thing could possibly do.
They're gonna stab me if you tell them.
They're not gonna stab you.
They're gonna stab me.
They're not. Do you want me to just keep the knife in general?
Maybe. Just a little bit. Just a tiny bit.
Okay. Okay. So, we got a knife that can possibly deal with the problem at hand, but it only has certain amount of uses.
Yep.
So we can only use this thing about 3 more times.
Yep.
Look, I wanted to make sure what the stuff in it did, so that's why I wanted to use it on something first, so we know what it can do.
Oh yeah, I fully agree with you. Let's just make sure the next test subject is not me.
It's not gonna be you. It's never gonna be.
You say this. Yet why don't I feel safe?
So, William, did you tell Scruffy about the trees?
I did. He's probably gonna take a look at it once.
Did you warn them about the factor of possible other animals, rabies field animals, gonna be around, possibly?
Yeah, I let him know that there's probably still gonna be some things out there. Also, that you should wait till things calm down a bit because it seems like the weasels might be looking for people.
Well, after what
Gee,
we
I
just
wonder
did.
who.
Yeah, after what we pulled off, probably a good reason.
That's why I said it.
It's been a long day.
I'm gonna. Is there a phone here?
Not in the lab. We'd have to go up to Scruffy's office.
Okay. Um, gonna tell a bit of a lie, but I'm gonna tell my folks I'm at James's place, so in case those weasel guys decide to try to do something.
Fair enough.
You think they're intelligent enough to tap the phone line?
Not tap, but basically, I wouldn't be surprised if they try threatening, in the sense of something to do with me being, missing while they're looking for me and this sort of deal.
This is true. So what, are we just gonna bunk out in the garage now? Until this all dies down? Because from what we just did, we can't go home. At least I don't think.
That's why I'm calling my parents to double check on how active they are.
We can probably bunk in the treehouse if we're quick.
But yeah, Callie's gonna go to the elevator. I'm gonna be right back and see if I can use the phone in Scruffy's office.
Okay. I guess I'll hang out down here with the guys.
Yeah. Kelly
Just
goes,
try to relax.
yeah. Kelly goes up and
Right.
heads over to Scruffy's office.
James would go uplift with you so he can go home and away from
Yeah.
things long enough to like actually
Yeah.
think.
I'm guessing Scruffy's away from his office at the moment.
Scruffy's currently in his office, just kind of working on a model airplane.
Okay. Kelly's gonna knock at the.
You'd hear him like setting things down on the table, and then the rattle of his chair moving across the floor.
Hey, Scruffy, can I borrow your phone for a quick sec?
Oh, sure. He scoots over and opens the door of the office.
And Kelly goes in.
He gestures to where there's just a phone hanging on the wall,
Okay.
and he scoots over to go pat the dogs.
Okay. Yeah. Kelly's gonna pick up the phone, call her parents.
The phone rings a bit, and then your mother would pick up. Hello, this is the antique store.
Hey, Ma.
Oh, hey, Kelly.
Anything chaotic happening over there?
At the moment, business has been slow. Most people don't come around on Tuesdays.
Okay. Looks like the Weasels, folks may be a little bit on the active side. Today. So, I just want to tell you where I am currently, so that if they try doing anything in the sense of fibbing and stuff like that, you have a better idea. You can tell that they're lying.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But I'm over by one of my friends' place. Currently with James and such like that. But I'm currently at James's house currently. But yeah. If those guys come in and try doing their weasel business and such like that, you can and for some other reason they try going through the whole method of, oh, we have your child's stupidity, you can easily know that no, they don't.
Alright.
Yep.
Well, you take care.
Will do.
Say hi for me and such.
Okay. Bye, Ma.
Bye-bye.
She hangs up. Is James still out in front? As Chrissy's out?
He already wandered home.
Okay.
Scruffy's just got his back to you as he's like patting his dogs.
Thank you for letting me use your phone, Scruffy.
You're welcome.
Kelly will head back down into the basement, in the garage, in the car wash.
Alright.
She goes
the
down.
others, of course, still in there.
Yep, and Kelly's gonna go okay. Called my mom, told them that I'm at James's place for the time being. They have not seemed to be have not gone to the point of going into the shops, but I did tell my mom if they tried doing anything on the sense of lying about having someone in the sense of me, they know that that's not the case, sort of deal. Who knows? With these guys, what we kind of witnessed, everything's up in the air at the current moment, things.
She's got a point. Question is, what now?
I don't know.
William kind of walks back and forth, and he's like pulls a whiteboard back from behind the shelf it had been shoved behind. Some markers on a tray and such. I mean, now seems like a good time to stand back and try to put together all the pieces we've gathered, because we gotten a few today.
That's fair enough. Yeah. So, it's clear that the CEO and the animal incident are connected.
Yes.
Especially since what we saw in the warehouse is not only the knife that we just picked up, but also a security guard that was clearly possessed by one of the plants in the sense of things. To to a point that it was clear that he's been like that for a while now. Like, he was rotting, I believe.
Yes.
Okay, just double checking on that because we were literally running for our lives for the moment of things in that warehouse.
Concur, he was out there for a while.
Yeah. So that means CEO has connection to all this. Policy is the one that started to spread these things out in the sense of tossing them over.
Far-fetched.
Probably started by tossing the fruit out for the garbage. Stray animals must have munched on it and then went into the woods. Infection grew, and so forth and so forth. What the knife has is apparently something that can actually just kind of kill them in a sense of them pretty goddamn easily. That's my guess, seeing how the walking pear reacted in a sense of things.
Yeah, that was a very big explosion.
Yeah. But we only have 3 charges.
This is true.
So. But we also know that these things are not so friendly with extreme heat.
Yes.
Both cold and hot. Because how things have been going for as of lately, especially since it started in winter and how odd everything was in the sense of starting in winter. And I believe you only spotted the fruit start at spring, so these things are not too good with extreme temperatures.
Yes. So heat, which we kind of figured out as we've been burning the bodies, generally speaking.
Yeah, I wouldn't be doubtful if extreme cold would also be a factor of things as well.
I wouldn't doubt it either.
Yeah, because Allison did say the bear was kind of like an ice cube, basically.
That's true.
Until spring hit.
So temperatures, generally speaking, are of the extreme variety, are the ones that we
Yeah.
for.
It's clear that they're probably gonna they probably have some sort of the plant, or there is something in there that produces the walking pears in the building itself for him to be bringing those things out.
Maybe he is the one producing them.
That could be it as well, technically.
I mean, I'm here and I exist, and
Yeah.
generally speaking, I'm not exactly normal, so if anything, it's probably him.
Yeah, let's see. God. We still quite know how we would be dealing with this in a sense of confronting the issues at hand.
We have 2 chaotic individuals that will most likely stab it, so...
Yeah, but it's getting close to it.
True.
That's the biggest issue.
That seems like an issue.
Alright.
Cause I have a feeling we are gonna have to stab this. I don't like to say this, and I hope it's not the case, but it's probably is the case, seeing how my drawings are.
You're not that far fetched.
We might need to stab the CEO.
Yeah. Sounds like it.
Yeah. Because the images that I recall that have not come to full light is the slightly open door with eyes, teeth, and hands coming out of it. Like a ball of eyes, teeth, and hands. The do the do the field of fur and the grinning man and the one I mentioned, which is the grinning man with a knife in his chest.
Cool.
Yeah. Those are literally the 3 images on the table.
Great. Just great. Alright.
The ones we kind of already figured out from my listings is the hurricane, i.e. has correlation with Ted's dad, with like what happened to him. The demon with soft hands, which ended up being the gloves, which we still need to figure out what they do now technically, because of the fact that Miss Rosie kind of is no longer a shadow person, but instead in the gloves now, it seems.
I would agree with that, yes.
And then the two sketches I have in my journal, which is one which was really which are the tree and Jeremy. So technically on 4, it's gonna be 5 to 5 if that man comes to tuition.
That wouldn't be that far-fetched, honestly.
Of course. Uh, After said and done, once we deal with all this, I just want to do something fun. Probably just kind of like finish up the idea of making our tree house at some point, because that would be fun,
I
possibly.
agree.
But we could do that
That's
after all this.
that's if we got the time.
But am I missing anything?
I think that
Max?
might be about everything.
Okay.
The agenda.
Well, I suppose, what's the plan then? We now got all the pieces. We know how they fit together, what the full picture is, but how do we actually do anything about it?
Step 1, assault the factory. Step 2, stab the CEO. Step 3, profit. I mean, that's how
Oh
I
my
see it.
god.
I don't know, listen, I'm not a finesse guy. I'm literally like half of me's from another fucking
Well,
planet. Don't
see
come at me
how
with this.
well, CEO's possibility, and see how he was around when the last case of quote unquote rabies showed up. From what William told me, I wouldn't be surprised if he's kind of a source in a sense of things.
Yeah, no, I have no doubt in my mind he is. Again, the question is, what do we do about it? The man's literally got a security of probably zombos, probably people who are just don't even know what the hell's going on.
Is there a timing on when he normally takes out the trash?
Yeah, I mean, normally near the end of the day.
Normally.
Right when it's getting dark.
And there's normally nobody around him.
Nah,
Correct?
it's usually after most of his guys go home for the day.
Well, we technically have an idea then on when
Yeah,
things should
but
happen.
here's the problem. He probably knows we stole the damn thing, so maybe he won't do that anymore.
That's true. That's true. We'll have to see.
He's probably, most likely, going to switch up his schedule randomly. If I were him, honestly, and I knew that, we were the ones that stole the damn thing, I'd switch up my schedule randomly so that we couldn't predict when he
You
was going
think
to
you
come out.
can scout out a few more times, William? See if his thing changed around from our shenanigans?
I can keep an eye on him still. Yeah.
Yeah, just be careful. His crew's probably gonna be like a lot more active now.
Hmm.
Agreed.
Especially,
Safety.
yeah, because we didn't just kind of go through that quietly in a sense of things. Oh God!
What?
If okay, hear me out. If these things actually, I don't think this is the case, but hive mind situation.
You think they know?
Possibly. Who knows in a sense of things with these things?
I mean, I guess.
I know they're similar to a sort of fungus parasite of sorts, but we also don't know how these things work per se, other than taking over a body. We don't know if these things are individuals once they possess their own body, or they're connected to each other and know what's up with each other.
That's true.
So if it's that second case,
They know where the base is.
Hmm.
mm,
Possible.
no,
Well,
I don't think it's quite possible with the how it's. I think it. God,
listen, there's a time and a place for it. We won't have to worry about if the man's dead.
we're gonna have.
Hopefully we'll get
We're
that point.
truthfully we're gonna find out sooner or later
Absolutely.
on if these things work on as a hive mind or not. If the weasels are purposely going after us, then we generally now know in the sense of, hey, this thing is kind of like a hive mind, or at least they're communicating to each other in some regard.
It's true.
Because you know how the guard was.
Yeah, he has flashbacks of what he saw, the demonic S-looking bug-like thing. It's just like, yeah, I know.
Yeah, I don't think talking is a motif he can do.
No, not with the mouth. Not if his mouth was hinged like the way it was. God forbid.
So we're gonna have to see what happens.
Agreed. Until then, laying low is probably going to be our best bet.
Yeah.
So, don't sweat it. We'll handle it, hopefully.
So basically, right now, yeah, right now they're probably more focused on me and you than anything else.
That's if they saw us. I don't even know if there were security cameras in there. Honestly, they probably
Not
just saw
just the
two
security.
hooligans.
Remember, we encountered the thing.
That's true.
So if that thing
But
is able to communicate with the rest of the group,
I'd
even
like to think that they think of us as hooligans, and we wouldn't dare do such a thing again.
I'm still probably going to be quite focused on an item that could probably kill them.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. So they're most likely going to be aiming, since we did the chaos spearing this time around. They're probably going to be aiming towards me and you most likely. Though William, you're probably going to have to be extra careful as well because you were around in the
An
sense of
accomplice,
things.
my dear friend.
Yeah. So, I say be careful on your hand as well. Like, highly so.
For now, though, we should probably do our best to just get back to where we need to be in terms of living spaces. I'm
Yeah.
not sure about you, but I don't think they know where the treehouse is. If they do, they're gonna have a nice surprise if they find out.
Yeah, you and the mongoose. What was that?
Don't you dare call Sir Mitten.
I mean,
Sir Mittens is to be treated as royalty until
I'm
proven otherwise.
sorry, Sir Mittens.
There we go. Royalty, I tell you.
I'm still surprised on the fact that you found a mongoose. They're not
I
native
mean,
to
I,
this area,
I
like
found
at
him near the
all.
trash can. I found him near the trash can in the pet store when we were trying to get you a cat. What do you want me to say? He was on sale. He was practically free.
Fair enough, fair enough. But let's.
I mean, do you have pictures of weird-looking mongooses that you've drawn that I should be concerned about?
Not that I know so far. But I'll keep you a heads up on that.
Okay. If I get mauled by this goose, I swear to God.
Yeah, I'll keep you updated on if I draw anything weird that's mongoose related.
Gotcha. Until then, we should probably get going. It's probably getting late, or it's getting close to.
What time is it now, Respawn?
It's now probably around sometime in the afternoon. Probably around the time you don't want to be getting out of school or so. You guys have been here quite a bit,
Okay, let's see.
concerning yourselves with all this.
Okay, let's see if I have the knife in the bag. So
Alright. Just make sure to adjust the slash and the thingy finder on my back. And just be like, okay, nobody gets caught, otherwise we use the cyanide pills.
excuse me, what?
Nothing.
Riley.
No such thing. Don't worry about it. What? It's part of my insect. I suddenly come with cyanide. No, I'm kidding.
God damn it.
Listen, after all the crap we've done in the past, you shouldn't be surprised that I may or may not be planning ahead of time in case we do get captured, alright?
Mm,
It's been a life, alright?
yeah, this guy you get caught up with a bunch of random kids and just now.
Are you saying I'm not a kid just because I'm a half breed?
No,
see how it
you
is.
you are a kid, but you're caught up with other random kids in the sense of craziness.
I mean, to be honest, in all honesty, if out of all the kids, I probably could have ended up in the universe, and where else I could have landed, I don't think my mom could have chosen any better of a place than this. That's just me. She'd probably have words of wisdom, but she's not here with us right now.
Hmm.
That is what it is. Anyway, enough of me being sad.
Shall we get going and see if those guys are still pretty active?
Yeah, let's go see. They're probably, I don't know, burning the town down or something.
Let's see. Kelly heads to the elevator.
Riley follows.
See you, William.
Yep,
See you
see
guys.
him. Don't get caught.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they head out.
You guys have left the junkyard, I suppose.
Yes.
Or at the very least, you've left the car wash.
Yeah,
We
and
left
then
the
starts
device that does swarms.
heading out of the junkyard.
Yeah.
You want me to walk you home or something, or were you going to be staying now that you're on high alert?
We can see if it's not like they don't. I mean, more concerning is your place.
I live in a treehouse in the middle of the woods. Unless they have
Yes,
wilderness troops, I think they'll be fine.
they could still easily follow you. With my case, they easily know where I live, technically.
Again, I'm half-breed. I have built-in weapon systems. I should be fine. You're the girl that draws strange drawings that tell the future and can talk to crazy inanimate objects. I think I need to make sure you're home safe first.
Okay, okay.
Unless you could suddenly, build a bond with these items to fight for you.
No, I can't.
Okay, I didn't think so.
Come on, let's go.
Alright.
Guys, I'm right.
Follow you coming?
Yeah, I'm coming to you. It's lag. Fine.
And as we're approaching, I'm gonna make a escape roll.
Yeah, I might as well. Oh, she seems to handle it. I'm just gonna make sure.
Do I see anything respawn? Are
Just
you
anything out of the ordinary?
Yeah.
Things seem pretty quiet.
Oddly
quiet.
quiet in the sense of things from what we just did.
Perhaps a bit oddly quiet. It's a bit early in the day for there to be absolutely no one doing anything.
Something's not right around here.
Yeah. I don't like it either.
You oh,
I'll be fine. Don't you
You-
worry about me none.
you sure about that?
Kelly, I'll be fine. Out of all the crap we've been in our lives, the amount of shit we've been through, I think I can walk myself home.
Kelly's gonna cross the road. She's gonna looking for the window of her home.
Your mother just seems to be leaning on the counter reading a book.
Okay.
See?
You know, waiting for
Just-
customers or whatnot.
Okay.
Alright. I'll see you tomorrow, Kelly.
Okay. Kelly's gonna go in.
Alright. You head on in. Riley, where are you going?
I'm going home.
Oh, just the long way around?
It's the long way around.
Just avoid the
Fair enough.
weasels altogether.
No, that's fair.
I may or may not be checking haphazardly for any more trees. That's just me. I live here. I'm responsible for what's in the yard.
Alright. So you walk in. So yeah, Kelly, you walk in to the antique store, and your mother looks and is like, "Oh, hey, Kelly, you're back."
Hey. Yeah. Anything crazy going on?
No, it's been very quiet.
It's been very. Yeah. Most of my way back, it's really oddly quiet. Didn't see anyone out and about other than me and Riley when we were heading back home.
Hmm.
Which is a lot more weirder, to say the least. And concerning.
Hmm.
I'm gonna put my stuff down. And come back down. Okay, Ma?
All right.
Kelly goes upstairs to put her, to basically
Damn it,
put
she
her
reset.
bag away and such like that. Um,
Bill?
That fail.
she's
Hmm.
gonna put the knife in one of the drawers for the temporary time being.
Fair enough.
And then head back down to her Ma.
All right.
Need any help with anything?
I mean, no, not really. It's been a very, very uneventful day, really.
Oh, it's streaming.
Hmm?
I know. I heard Rye first time around. Brother has pizza ready. He cooked a
Okay.
pizza, so.
Either way, Bill would die.
But continue.
No, it's been a
Yeah.
very uneventful day.
Hmm. Okay.
Like you were just as
Yeah, not much has been going on in my things. And in the woods as well.
Hmm.
Mostly everybody's just chilling about and so forth.
Fair enough.
I gotta probably say hi to Mr. Henderson at some point.
Probably a good idea. I don't think I've heard anything from him for a while.
You know what? I'm gonna see how he's doing.
Alright. Have fun.
Okay. Kelly's gonna head out.
Alright. While you're heading over to Henderson's, Riley, you've made it home.
I have. I'm gonna go inside and call out for Sir Mittens. Be like, come here, you fuzzball. Where are you at?
You'd hear the sounds of tiny paws and claws on the wood as he kind of hops and scurries his way over to you.
Hey there, buddy. And I pick
Kind of rolls around your feet and tries to bite at your toes a little.
Hey, be nice. I'm home now. Be nice. And I just pick him up and just cradle him. I was like, are you being nice today? Have you been nice? You little
He just
rascal.
kind of looks up at you, and just licks his nose. Just a little, yeah.
You know, you could have told me you were a mongoose. It would have made me. It would have made it a lot. Jeepers creepies. All right. Just kind of let him perch on my shoulder, snuggle in the hoodie, while I take the thingy finder off my back and just set it on the table.
He does that mongoose thing where he like stands up at attention looking for threats, but inside your hood. Just kind of looking around.
Getting this pet was the best idea I've ever had. All right. I look at the thingy finder and I make sure everything seems to be in order. Nothing seems to be busted or anything. I'm assuming that requires an investigate roll. I mean, it hasn't done anything, so I assume nothing's happened to it.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys did fix it up at one point.
It did work. We used it was tested at some point in time.
Yeah. When we first found it.
Yeah, so you can roll investigate to see if it still works. Yes, it's still fine.
Okay. Riley's gonna think for a second. Okay. One quick run around the forest, around the house. See if there's anything.
Alright.
Rose collects everything he needs, like the mittens, the welder's mask, the thingy finder, puts it all in a small backpack, slings it on. It's like, you wanna come with, Sir Mittens, or are you gonna stay here?
He's still in your hood at the moment. He doesn't seem to be going anywhere, so.
Alright, he's gonna stay. Okay, we're gonna go on a quick trip outside. I know you wanna go outside, so we're gonna go hang out for a little bit. No wandering off, alright? It's dangerous out there. There's weird meat trees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what noises mongooses make, I'll be honest.
Homework for Respawn.
He makes a mongoose noise, alright?
Homework for Respawn. What does mongoose sound like?
Don't you mongoose back in...
I don't think I could, honestly, I don't think I could replicate that sound. I'm just gonna put it in the Fruit Loops chat.
Okay, let me see.
Oh boy.
They just kind of make grunting, but like very, very small grunting because they're small.
Small grunt. Alright. As long as you're not complaining the entire trip, we should be fine. Come on, we're gonna go look for rocks. Be great.
Alright.
Alright.
So you go on a hunt for rocks, and while you're doing that, Kelly shows up to Mr. Henderson's house.
Yeah. She's gonna go up and knock at his door.
Alright. There'd be, maybe 15, 30 seconds that you'd be waiting, and then you'd hear the door unlatching, and then unlatching, and unlatching.
Oh.
And some things moving. Another latch, and then the lock. And then the door opens like half an inch, and there's the sound of something getting stuck. And the door closes again, and there's like two more unlatches, and then the door opens. Mr. Henderson standing there.
Hey!
Hello.
That's new.
Oh, just extra precautions until the weasel lad's gone.
Ah, okay. So once those guys are just gone, in the sense of things, you're gonna be removing all those locks. Makes things a lot more easier for yourself then. Afterwards.
Yes. He's also wearing his usual outfit, though with the added addition of some slippers.
You're still wearing slippers again.
Well, yes, I prefer not to make too much noise walking around in case he finds me.
Why are you so scared of him finding you? Hey, let me come inside.
Of course. He steps aside so you can
Yeah,
go in.
yeah. So Kelly goes in and such
He,
like that.
he, he closes the door behind you and kind of just
Yeah.
walks over to starts making his way towards the study. Now then,
Uh,
how can I help you?
I'll just kind of see how you doing because we haven't seen you in for a bit.
Oh, fair enough, fair enough.
Yeah. Kind of was starting to get worried in a sense of things.
Hmm.
So, why are you so nervous?
Well, I'm sure you've already figured that he's quite a scary man, to be quite honest.
Um, seeing how we kind of figured out, some things as of recently, kind of, yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, mm, yeah, people would say he's scared on a normal level, but, what we've been kind of figuring out in the sense of what's been going on in town lately, a little bit past that, truthfully.
Hmm.
But I'm still kind of confused on how he is scary on a normal end. I've never actually met him in person, so I don't know what makes him so terrifying for folks in the town. Yes, I know he's
Well,
slightly terrifying, but that's because of the stuff I learned as of lately, in the sense of things that aren't normal.
well, for most, it's how unsettling he is. I believe I've probably already mentioned.
I don't know how is he unsettling.
You haven't seen him much in person, have you?
No, I haven't seen him in person at all, except for the one time he came out of my family store, but I was on the other side of the street in the school.
Hmm. Well, hopefully you never will, but it's not something that's easy to describe if you do ever meet him.
Is I mean, can you try your best at describing what's so unsettling about him?
He just. There's something not right. And it's not the kind of not right that you could really put your finger on either. The way he walks, maybe. The way he looks, the way he acts. There's nothing about him that quite seems right. He looks like a person. He acts like one might assume of a person. But there's just something not right about any of it. He somehow has all the pieces that would make a person, yet none of the pieces are quite what they should be. Yet they still add up to what might be a person.
Hmm.
As I said, it's hard to explain. I'm sorry if none of that even made any
No,
sense.
no. Truthfully, you telling me that only confirms my thoughts on things around him. Cause you know how there's been the animal rabies incidents that been popping in?
I've heard a bit about it, yes.
Um, yeah, that's not rabies.
Hmm.
Um, that is a parasite that's infecting animals around the area. And it does so by imitation of prey by having these little things that look like pears with fuzzy little legs on it. It's like a red pear with fuzzy little legs. And William has been keeping an eye on him every so often. And the dude never leaves his building unless he's trying to make a deal with one of the businesses, or he's taking out the trash every night.
I mean, I suppose that's a bit strange.
Yeah. What's stranger is, what William told me that the last time such a incident of quote-unquote animal rabies have appeared was the last time the CEO has appeared. Is that true? If you think about, seeing how you're more of an adult here, you could help me confirm or deny that factor of, was the last case of hearing about a mass group of animals getting rabies, was it the last time the CEO was around? Is that true?
I mean, that sounds like it lines up.
So, yeah. And so, if my guess is correct, he's not human.
I suppose it's possible he isn't. Honestly, that would make about as much sense as any explanation about the man.
And me and Riley did something really stupid today. We went to a warehouse owned by them and we took something.
Oh, well, you shouldn't be doing that sort of thing, and I won't be
Seeing how there
reporting you or
was
anything.
a corpse in the warehouse that seemed to be possessed by the alien problem, or what parasite problem that we were having. That was, I think, and what we grabbed was this glass like knife with an orange liquid in the handle of it. So it was really weird to start with, so I don't think they're gonna be reporting it to the police because how odd their setup is in the first place. Unlike mysterious unknown weapon that looks alien beyond belief, and then, oh, I don't know, the fact that there was a infected, rotting corpse in the warehouse that chased us around. So don't think they're gonna be reporting on that factor.
Yes, I wish I had any advice or something I could do to help, but I think this has gotten to the point where it's beyond me. I just wish you the best and good luck, I suppose.
Doesn't help that another one of my stupid drawings came to true.
Which one this time?
The tree one I drew in my sketchbook. Yeah, no, that's an actual thing now. Be careful in the woods if you go out, by any means. There's these trees that started growing that are made of basically dead animal. Like, it's made of bone and muscle.
That is quite odd.
Yeah, it grows these fruits that become the red pears with legs. And I feel like one of my other drawings may come to fruition as well. And it's one of my older drawings. Which I really hope is not the case, but I feel like it might be.
Hmm.
It's the one with the smiling man being stabbed in the chest by a knife.
Hopefully that's not quite as dire as it seems.
I'm hoping so as well. But I don't know. I truthfully don't know.
Hmm.
I don't like the fact that some of the stuff I've been drawing has become true.
How about just some tea to take your mind off it?
Yeah. Let's. Can I stay here for a bit and relax?
Sure.
Okay. Thank
And
you,
then,
Mr.
of course, we'll go back over to Riley for a bit. Riley, you are outside of the treehouse. You have the thingy finder. You have Sir Mittens in your hood.
Yes, he is my backup in case shit hits the fan.
Yeah.
Clearly, the mongoose is needed. Anyway, so Sir Mittens and I take the thingy finder, and I just walk around the starting area, like the main immediate area of the tree, not going too far out, remembering where the tree is, but just general. I wish I had a ruler that did circles.
Hmm. Just small area around the tree.
Yeah, small area around the tree, like basically going like 2 squares out is
Give
generally where.
me an investigation roll +2.
Okay. So how do I do a +2? Yeah.
Slash roll 2d6. Yeah, like so.
There you go.
So that means you got 3 successes total. I'm actually going to add it to your inventory real quick, unless you want to try and do it yourself.
I can do that. Yeah, sure.
All right. Yeah, just add the thingy finder and have it give you just put in the thing that it gives you a +2 to investigate. And then
Okay.
whenever you're using it, roll the item.
This is a investigate, and it gives me a 2.
All right, go ahead and hit the dice. Okay, it's working. We're still going to go with that 3, but just making sure that the thing does what it's supposed to.
Yep.
So
Okay.
you got 3 successes. I think you can guess what that means.
I am going to put on the gloves and the visor, and I'm assuming I found a rock.
You have found a rock.
I found a rock. Don't really have a container for this besides the backpack, so I'm going to just throw it in like the smallest pouch on my backpack.
All right.
Just
Put
put a
it in a small pocket.
small pocket. So that's actually one of the things I can check off now. Unless,
Yeah.
well, for now, because again, doing research, I have no idea if the penumbra gun just consumes the entire rock as a one firing thing, or if it counts as multiple charges. If I really need to, I can find more rocks, but that's generally the consistency of it all.
Yeah.
Next, I think it was circuitry, housing, because the frame still works. There's
Yeah.
one other thing. There's actually 2 other things. It's like a circuit board, for part of the inner electronics, so like wiring, circuit board, housing, and there's one other thing. So I probably have a soup can somewhere that counts as how I don't know, like, would that count as housing? Shoot, do I have? I can't. I'm half tempted to like take apart the thingy finder, but I don't want to lose that because that's a very good item to have. So I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
I should really write this down in my notes. Okay. Let's see. I'm doing writing stuff. Cool. Alright. Okay.
Making convenient records of your progress.
Yeah, for your and my sake, honestly.
That's good. Yes. All right. Any last things either of you would like to do?
That should be
I think we've
it.
about run the course of the session.
Yeah, I think we should be good. For now.
Yes. Bogies.
I think that's it. Yeah.
All right. I'll go ahead and grab the book real quick. Dole out experience, and you two have the fun opportunity to, at some point between now and the beginning of next session, fill in the other two on all the vital information that's been gathered that can now be used.
Boring session, you thought you could say. Yeah, we got chased down by a parasite.
We had a Walking Dead moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's just fine. It's fine.
Literally.
I mean, compared to what's probably going to happen next time, this was quite boring.
Oh my god, I'm nervous now.
Because remember what I told you guys in the Fruit Loops chat? This session was the information gathering, the like final bit of preparation, and the next session was going to be you guys actually fixing it.
Great.
Whatever form fixing happens to take.
Bashing.
Mm-hmm. All right. Are you guys ready for receiving your experience?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So, did you participate in the session?
Yes.
Yes.
Go ahead and give yourself a point. Have you been in trouble because of your problem or your relationships?
Yes.
Yes.
Go ahead and give yourself a point.
Yeah.
Did you use or struggle with your pride?
Yes.
Yes.
Go ahead and give yourselves a point. Did you put yourselves at risk for the other kids?
Oh,
Yes.
absolutely. Oh, absolutely. There's no doubt about that.
Give yourselves a point. Have you learned something new, and what is it? Who would like to go first?
That the knife that we stole has something that can kill the parasites.
All right, that's good. I'll accept that. Kuma, what about you? What have you learned?
Weasel's been using the garbages and the entire warehouse building as a cover front for something far more maniacal, most likely concerning these infectious parasites of fruits, as he's been the one putting them in the forest in the first place. Again, using the garbage as a cover.
All right,
Most likely.
I will accept that. Give yourself a point.
Trade off 5 with 1.
Yes, and you can spend 5 experience to up one of your skills by 1 point, up to a maximum of 5.
Yeah. Should I put up Tinker or should I add one to Move? Move is probably going to be the one we need the most.
I have 5 in already move, so I'm putting 1 in force this time around. Actually, no,
Yeah.
not force. Not force. I'm putting in 1 in sneak.
Adding one to Move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. I now have 1 move point. Yay. Because I already have 4 in Tinker, but unfortunately my tech skills is at 2 in terms of attributes.
Yeah.
We'll see. Oof.
Well, yes, congratulations on making it through the session. I hope you both had a good time.
That was fun. We
That
almost
was fun.
died.
And you
Fun.
guys, by sheer random chance, because I mean that's what dice are for, found out that Sir Mittens has been a mongoose this whole time.
Mongoose, cat, ferret. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send these folks off the curb. So,
Alright.
say,
So long. Hope you all had fun watching. See you
see you,
next time.
folks. I'll see you next time when we do this once again.
Hopefully.
So, bye.
Mm-hmm.